Physics is a study of nature and its laws, and the description of these laws require measurement and comparison of physical quantities. Now, what do we mean by physical quantities? Any quantity that can be measured directly or indirectly is termed as physical quantity. For example, if I ask you to measure the length of your table, you might use a meter scale, and using that, let us say the length comes out to be 2 meter. Now here you have to understand one thing. While measuring any physical quantity, the first thing which we require is a standard of the same kind. For example, in this case, we have chosen meter as the standard. Now after the selection of that standard, which we term as the unit, we have to find out the number of times that unit is contained in that physical quantity. So in this case, that number is 2. So that is the reason we can write the length of the table as 2 meter. Now suppose I change the unit, that is your standard, from meter to centimeter. So what do you think? The number will change or will it remain the same? Naturally, the number of times that unit is contained in that physical quantity will also change. So my 2 meter will now become 200 centimeter. And in case I want to write it in millimeter, the answer will be 2000 millimeter. So can we say that measurement of a physical quantity involves two things? One is the numerical value of the physical quantity and the other is the size of unit. So if the size of the chosen unit is small, the numerical value will be large. However, the measure of physical quantity is always same. Now, there are a large number of quantities that need to be measured, and every quantity needs a definite unit. However, we have to understand that not all the quantities are independent of each other. For example, if I want to measure the volume of a cuboid, I can express the unit of volume automatically in terms of unit of length. Similarly, if I take the example of density, now the unit of density can be easily expressed in terms of unit of mass and volume we know can be expressed in terms of length. So, we can segregate our quantities into two types. One set is a set of fundamental quantities. These are those quantities which are independent of each other. That means they cannot be derived from other quantities. Then there is another set of quantities which can be expressed in terms of the fundamental quantities. The number of fundamental quantities is only 7. All the rest of the physical quantities may be derived from these quantities by multiplication or division.